Hi, Azaria. Hello. We're waiting for more people to come in. Hi, Sandip. Hi, Paula. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Olejuru, how are you? I'm going to add you shortly. I'm excited too. Hi, Michelle. So, Olejuru, I am going to send you a request, okay? Yes, Michelle. Linda's out. Linda, listen, Linda. Hi, Olejuru, I can't hear you.
Hello.
Now I can. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. How are you?
I'm good. So everybody watching, this is my little cousin, you guys. She's not even little anymore, you know. She's out here doing big things, giving back to the community all the way in Guatemala, and I'm actually very super happy and excited to have you guys on the show today. I know we tried this last summer. We had technical difficulties, major ones, but we're back. We're back today. So let's dive right into it. Tell us a little bit about you. How many co-founders are you?
Okay, so there are 6 of us right now.
Okay. Can you name them?
Yes, I can. So there is myself and Azaria, who is our president. And then there is Paula Camacho. There is Temi Aina. There is Alicia Tellisford. And there is Ore Alaka. And there is... that is all of us on the board.
Okay, and you guys are all based in Canada, right?
Yes, we are all based in Canada. Right now, I am in Edmonton, and they are in Calgary.
Okay, so before we get into about hearing Little Heartbeats and what you guys do, how did you guys actually come up with this idea to start this organization?
So basically what inspired the beginning thing was in grade 11 in 2014, a group of us from high school went on a missions trip down to Guatemala.
Okay.
And what we did was we did some service trips, and we got to play with the children as well as visit a hospital. And during that trip, we were alerted as to how the medical system works and how there tends to be a medical shortage in terms of things that basic necessities that they need. So things like formula for the babies, antibiotics, vitamins, and we were kind of told about how hospitals were kind of set up as a place, as a last resort for families rather than a place for health. And we were kind of thrown aback by it because here in North America, we're so used to, you know, you just go to the hospital when you have a problem. And it kind of started to simmer and to fester. And so eventually, about a year or so later, our founder Azaria came to me and kind of talked to me and said, we have to do something. And this is how Hearing the Little Heartbeats was born.
Awesome, awesome. So I know, and everybody watching also knows that starting a nonprofit is not an easy thing to do. What are some of the hurdles, being college students too, what are some of the hurdles that you guys have faced or currently facing with this organization?
Yeah, so there's been a lot. I think the major one is that we are still all college students. We are working on our various degrees, some in international development. I myself am a psychology major, some are bio majors. And so I think the largest thing is that we are students and we are still learning. And obviously trying to take something so big, trying to break it down has been the hardest way. What's the correct avenue to go? So I think that's part of it. A lot of it also is the legal side of things, just because trying to do international relations can also be tricky because we have to go through certain government systems and make sure that we are set up in the correct legal ways.
Okay. So, and Azaria, I know you are watching as well, and anybody else watching, if you have any questions, please type it in the comment section. I'll read it out and we will address the question. So did any of you have any experience, did Azaria have any experience running a nonprofit before you guys started or no?
No, none of us had any experience pertaining specifically to that. A lot of us have been in leadership capacities in various ways, whether that be I myself were on student council, certain leading youth groups, certain university leadership teams and programs. And so in specifically to nonprofits, none of us have any experience. And so we are really, really adamant and very, we really want to do things the right way. And so we
Right.
are our research, we are trying to talk to the correct people and make sure that we're doing that properly.
So talk to us a little bit about how you guys how you get the necessary medical supplies to the people in Guatemala.
Yeah, for sure. So we have kind of two avenues that we have set up. One of them that we are doing is partnering specifically with pharmaceutical companies in Guatemala. And right now we're working on a partnership with a company in Tactique and trying to make sure that we can source locally. That's
Okay.
that's our first priority because we're not wanting to take out of the economy. The second way, and the way that we are currently using right now, is to work with Health Partners International Canada, and they are an organization that creates care packages with certain amounts of medications.
Okay.
And we raise money, buy the package, and we'll send it down with missions teams to do that.
Okay. That seems like a lot of work for, college students, really. Like you guys are really getting into the nitty-gritty of really what it takes to not give back to your immediate community, but a community that you don't even live in, which is actually really commendable of you guys. Now, what kind of feedback have you guys received from, the Guatemalan community in Canada or actually in Guatemala?
We have received really good feedback. So one of the major things is we are working or partnering with Impact Ministries, and they are a Christian organization in Guatemala. They're on the ground. It's Guatemalan people that are employed, teachers, doctors, and so we've really had a nice dialogue with them and seeing like this is the need that is here, and this is how we are wanting to address it. And they've been really good in helping us know the correct avenues to take. And it's just been really, really positive from both sides.
So in terms of the rest of the year, because I know when I talked to you guys last year, it wasn't in the beginning stages, but it was some things you guys still needed to sort out. So now we are in 2018. What do you guys have planned for the remainder of the year?
A few things. So
Okay.
what we have just done actually is we just sent our first shipment down of children's vitamins, and
Yay.
so excited about that. We got some
That's
pictures.
awesome.
Everybody stay tuned for those. Um, but coming up, we are wanting to do some more fundraising events, which will also we're working out the nitty-gritties of those, but we'll be posting for that. And our goal for the rest of the year is we want to get one more shipment down by the end of the summer, and then hopefully, potentially another shipment down at the end of the year, both with vitamins. And we are working on collating a list right now of the necessary medications that we'll be sending there too.
Yeah. And to everybody watching and people just tuning in, we are talking to Hearing Little Heartbeats. They are a student-run organization that it's a lot that they do, but the easiest way I can say it is that they are helping children and families in Guatemala to make sure they get the adequate medical supplies that they need. So the reason I actually do the Community Changemakers segment is to highlight organizations like yours that are doing great work in the community, just to move a little bit away from the regular news thing that we talk about. So anybody watching, please look them up. I believe they are on Instagram, Facebook. Do you guys have a website?
Yes, we do. It's littlebeats.ca.
Okay. So, but first of all, the easiest way will be to join them here on Instagram and actually really help out any way you can, okay? Because that's the really reason why I brought them on tonight, so that we can talk about ways we can help. So speaking of ways we can help, what does your organization need?
Yes, so there are a few things. I would say the easiest and most accessible thing that we need is publicity. So we really want to share our story. We want to make sure that people are aware of our mission, are aware of what it is that we are wanting to do. And so even if that's like giving us a quick follow, a like on Facebook, sharing some of our posts, spreading the word. That is probably the simplest and really effective way to help us do what we do.
Okay.
Thing also is we run on funds, and so we'll be doing events and things like that. So even just being aware that we are having all of these fundraising activities or volunteer positions, and getting involved in that way, those are two of the probably the biggest things that we need.
Okay. And in the meantime, anybody watching that is into PR, that is into fundraising, that is into anything that can really actually help get the word out in what Hair and Little Heartbeats is doing in the community will be a great welcome, I'm assuming, So before we actually leave, anybody else, and Michelle said she loves the good news. Thanks, Michelle. And anybody else that has any questions to ask Allegra while we have her on, please do. And in the meantime, Allegra, I want you to do a shameless plug. I need you to, share your website, email, Twitter, all of that.
Yeah,
We want to
so
hear it.
everything can basically be found at Hearing the Little Heartbeats. So our Instagram is at Hearing the Little Heartbeats. Our Facebook is Hearing the Little Heartbeats.
Okay.
Our website is littlebeats.ca. So please go check it out.
Okay, and Azaria, I know you're on, so if you can type that, just type it in the comment section. Other people will see it as well. Thank you. It came up really quickly. So yeah, so and I normally say one sentence, but I know it's hard to really encompass everything you guys do in one sentence. So tell us what Hearing Little Heartbeats means to you, or being part of it. What does that mean to you personally?
For me personally, two things. The first thing is that I'm a student, and the biggest thing is I want to be able to help. And so Hearing the Little Heartbeats has empowered me to know that, yeah, my voice can be heard, and not only my voice, but a lot of young people's voice, and that we are able to do things. And so once we stick together and we work, beautiful things can happen. And so to me, that's one of the huge things, is that it's very empowering. The second thing is people helping people. I recognized a place where I have privilege and I have a position, and to be able to see my fellow woman, fellow man, fellow child, fellow sister, and to be able to extend that hand in that way, that there's no words to describe that. And so I'm very thankful that I've been put in a place where I can do that.
That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you. We have people watching in from London as well. I see you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And Azaria, I know you're typing, trying to keep up with this, as she's the president, right?
Yes, she is.
So Azaria, I know this is kind of quick, but if you can type in and tell us, maybe one sentence, what Hearing Little Heartbeats means to you. No, I mean, the last time we tried to do this, both of you on, we had major technical difficulties, but I'm sure the News with Obi will sort that out very soon, where we can do remote interviews with more than one person. So while Azaria is actually typing that up, is there anything else that you would like to add that you want our viewers to know?
Basically just the idea that if something is placed on your heart, whether you're 90 or 9, I think you should listen to it. It's hard at first, and it's scary because you never know what the feedback is going to be. You never know what people are going to say. But as a student who doesn't know much and is still learning, I just want to encourage people to listen to that.
Okay, that's amazing. Anybody that has anything, everybody's agreeing with what you're saying. Anybody that has anything to add, please add that. I really do want to hear Azaria's feedback, so I'm going to wait for her to type that in, because I know the last time we talked, she did have a lot to say. And Michelle is actually saying, oh, you know much. Okay, so Azaria came through. So she's saying, I really want to see communities around the world have proper access to healthcare, and that is an extremely big and overwhelming goal. So being able to involve in this process now as a student is huge to me. Thank you. That's amazing. We all can take a page from you guys' book. Honestly, I wasn't doing what you guys were doing in college. I wasn't doing that. So I'm really, and like Ifo is saying, we're proud of you guys. Keep up the great work. And I'm proud to say that I know you guys personally. I know this second interview took a while to come about, but if there's anything that you guys need me to help in the arena that I can, please feel free to reach out to me. You know, I'm always a email away. Okay, so thank you. Keep up the great work. And this particular interview will be on YouTube. After today, we'll take it on YouTube and leave it there. And you can use that to share and let people know what you guys are doing in the community. Okay.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Azaria. I am proud of you guys. Have a great weekend.